I'm back at it again with another video. 3 in 1 week. If you guys haven't seen this pretty face before, you should hit the subscribe button. Today I'm going to film a video about the time where I was followed by this guy. And yeah, without further ado, let's get on. In the summer, I decided to take partition and government and economics in the summer because I didn't want to take it during the school year. So I was like, okay, I'm going to take it during the summer. I'm too close to the camera. I was like, okay, I'm going to take it during the summer and whatever. And the school that the summer school was held at was pretty far from my house. So I would say it was like a good mile. So I had to walk every morning in the summer to get to this place. And it took me a good 30 minutes. So the class would start at like 8:30 and I would have to leave my house at 7:45 just to get there on time almost every single day. So yeah. So I was walking, and where I live, if you keep going straight up the block, there's like this village, and there's like a lot of like places where you can shop. Like there's nail salons, there's delis, there's little boutiques and stuff. So I decided to walk through there. I decided to walk through it just to make my route shorter, which it really didn't. So I was walking that way, and I take the same route every single day. So I was walking, and I cut up this block, and it was like behind a building, but it wasn't private. Like it was still like a little on the main street side, because my mom always told me never to take the back blocks, even in broad daylight, because kids get kidnapped all the time. So I decided to go that way, because if I would keep straight, I would like go way out of my direction. So I cut behind the building, and I was walking up the block. And as I was crossing the street, I see this like blue type of like old school car. Like, you know, the cars that don't have any, it's like it doesn't have 4 doors, and like the back seat is like really small, looks really weird. I'll insert a picture. Okay, so I'm crossing the street, and I see this car turn the corner, but it like turned the corner really slowly. So I just look back, and I'm texting on my phone, looking through my Snapchat, whatever. And I cross the street, and this car like stopped, and it was a guy, and he was like, "Hey ma, what's up?" I didn't look up. I never looked up, because I already knew who the person was. Like, I didn't know the person, but I knew the car because I seen it driving slowly before he said anything to me. So I just kept looking down at my phone. This happens to me all the time. Like when I'm walking by myself, there's always that one person that wants to slow down beside me and speak to me. So I always ignore it. So I'm used to it now. So I'm just like, okay, whatever. If I keep looking at my phone, he's gonna go away. So I'm still texting, and this guy, he's still like going at it. So I'm walking up the block, and at this time now, I finished that block. So I'm crossing the street, and he has a stop sign, so he waits, and I'm like, okay, thank God I'm ahead of him. He waited at the stop sign for a little while, and he started going again, and I'm like, okay, maybe he'll just speed past me, and then I can keep walking. So I'm still just texting on my phone, and he speaks again. This time, I'm on the passenger side of his car on the sidewalk, because when he tried to holler at me before, I was by the driver's side, so I can like see his face. This time, I'm on the passenger side, so all I see is his legs and stuff. So I'm like, oh my God, like, can this guy just leave me alone? And he kept saying, yo ma, you don't want to talk to me? How old are you? What's your name? What's this? What's that? I'm like, oh my God. So I start walking faster, which is no help, to be honest, because like I said before, he's in a car. So I get in front of like this preschool church. Mind you, I already walked 3 blocks, and he's still following me. So I get to like this preschool section or whatever, and it's 7 in the morning. It's 7 something in the morning. So there's no kids, there's no people outside, barely. I was like 2 or 3 blocks away from my destination, and this guy was still following me. So I was like, okay, he's definitely not following me to the school. So when I come from school, he's outside waiting for me or whatever. So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna call my mom now and like pretend I'm on the phone with the cops. At this point, I'm scared. I am so scared at this point, because Yeah, I've been hollered at, like asked to be talked to and whatever, asked for the number, all of that. I've been through that so many times already. But never have I ever been followed for that long. He followed me. He followed me. This guy followed me. When I tell you that, yo, I called my mom and I was like, Mom, this is God following me. Yeah, I was on the phone with my mom. I was crying. Tears were rolling down my face. That day I went to school looking like... But yeah, it took this guy so long to stop following me. And it took me so long to get into my dumb skull that I should have called my mother a long time ago when I was like on the 4th block. But my adrenaline was pumping. I was thinking some things. Like, I watched Criminal Minds. I watched Without a Trace. I was thinking, like, it's gonna happen. So that was my story time. I'm still here.
That hurt. God! The question of the day is, have you ever been in this type of situation before? Comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe. And like this video if you like this video and if you think that I should do more story times or, yeah. Bye! Let me try that again. Bye!